This video is about how to standardize your gauge in metafield, because you can standardize your gauge and record the numbers in those orange notebooks, but the thing is, unless you enter it into metafield, it's not going to let you choose your gauge to run tests that day. So we're going to go to Gauge Standardization, and here you can choose the gauge that you're using. I'm going to use Practice Gauge, and then I say Standardize Gauge. And so now I need to enter the standardization date up here. I'm going to enter today. And these are the numbers that you're recording in your notebooks. And so now I'm going to enter some data and hit Perform Test. So now it's telling me that the density result fails because it's out of the average, and that the moisture passes, but the overall standardization result failed. So let's say that this is actually happening to you, your gauge hasn't been standardized in a while for whatever reason. You still need to save these test results, because when a gauge doesn't pass its standardization, you need to repeat that standardization. So you're going to hit Save Test Result. Now, say that you just accidentally entered a number wrong. Say that you only entered 205 instead of 2054. That's where you would say re-enter data, and it will let you type that in again. But once you hit Save Test Result, you're stuck with that. So hit Save Test Result, and it says, standardization failed, enter another count, or send it for repair. So I'm going to enter another count. And so now I enter our numbers, and I say, let's close test, and now I have a passing test. And it calculates this for you, so you don't have to calculate, is it plus or minus 1 to 2%, but everything that you had to do by hand for the notebooks, this is doing for you. So now I hit Save Test Result. And so now it's saying, okay, your gauge is ready for testing. So that is how you standardize the gauges. You'll want to standardize your gauge very first thing when you get onto a site and enter it into metafield, because it will not let you run a density test without having standardized the gauge. But that's going to be the next video. We're going to pick right up from here with the next bit for how to actually run the density test.